If I give you one more book today, it won't help you clear prelims. If I tell you one more strategy, it will not change. Because you already know what to do, what to study, how to approach. But still, consistency breaks, confidence shakes, and test scores always back to your mind. Today, it is not about a strategy, about approaches, it is about the inner game. Let's talk about the next 50 days, how your inner game will change. Because it is not about content material anymore, because that you already are doing that. And today I'll discuss about the inner game and the final exam. The problem is not the exam or your study plan. The problem is your mind, how you think over it. If you believe, because people who are winners, they have ability to overcome the odds every day. It is about final execution system, but at the same time, the daily consistency that is. So let's understand. The next 10 minutes we'll understand. This is what I covered in my inner circle session, and I want to share this part with all of you. First of all, you already know what to do in prelims. You already know where you stand. And the problem is not knowledge, it is about the execution. The information overwhelming, you don't know how to approach, or many a times you give tests and scores are not very favorable. And that is where there is a self-doubt. I'll discuss all that. So let's understand the approaches that we have. The first thing is that it is today, the prelims, today, now the knowledge game is not there. It is more about, for example, you know which books to read, you have seen the PYQs, you have seen the PDF, and you have also given the test or you're giving the test. But are you inconsistent? Do you feel that there is an inconsistency in the journey? Because if the inner inconsistency is there, if you study more for one day and next day your energy drops, that it is all about your inner game. Inner game means your inside state. So let's talk about your state right now. Are you feeling confident about yourself? Do you feel that you can make it to the exam? Do you feel that you have energy to take things to next level? Because that is what I'm going to talk about it. And believe me, it has nothing to do with your hard work. It is all about how you see the entire process. Okay? The people who execute, they're the believers. But people who think are just thinking. You have to do it. So prelims is not a knowledge examination, it's a mental stability examination under pressure. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you, that it's an exam which will test your mental pressure. Now let's have the first step of this. Your mindset shift is very important. You should be saying that I should, I may, I hope. Well, this is what if you say, you replace entire thing with this. I will execute daily, the results will follow. I'm clearing the prelims, I just need to execute my process. I'll show up every day no matter what. Every test, every effort. If there is a plan to execute a test tomorrow evening at 7 p.m., I'll show up. If I'll go and meet sir and discuss the strategy, I'll show up. If there is a need of a study session which is already there in my schedule, I'll show up. If I have a target plan to meet a certain study schedule, I'll show up. I'm becoming the aspirant who clears, because every day your success depends on your daily execution system, your incremental daily effort that you're putting on a day-to-day basis. Now this is the differentiator of people who are successful and people who are just thinking of getting success. Remember, the people who are fail, or of people who are successful, both of them have same goals. The goals are similar. The goals are same. So let's understand this part. So change your mindset. Your confidence is very important. And your confidence will not come from your preparation. It will come from your daily execution system. Because everyday effort will take things to next level. Yes, you need clarity in terms of what to study, how to study, which PYQs to follow, the high yielding areas, the 80-20 rule, how do I approach this subject, which sources to follow, material to follow, my own confidence in subject. All these things are there. No, there is no denying from that fact. But beyond that, it is your inner self-belief is also there. Because when there is a consistency in your approach, then outcome will come. So not normally happens. The failure loop. So you have to break this failure loop. So how the failure loop happens? So let's say you give a test and you get low marks. You expect that I should score 90 and your score comes 70. So this low marks will trigger what? Self-doubt. Maybe things are not working. Maybe tough. Maybe just 50 days. Only 50 days. Somebody says 50 days. I say 50 into 10. You have 500 hours. Or 8 hours. You have 400 hours. So what do? You avoid the test next time. You will okay, next test I will not give. I will elongate it. Then you focus on some new areas, new sources, because you feel confidence is not coming. So instead of doing a maybe revision of the same subject, or identifying loophole or gap, or analyzing the test where you got the low marks and plugging the loophole, you focus on new source. But okay, my source is not ready, I'll focus on, and then no revision, and you get low marks. So this is where the problem lies. This is the failure loop. You have to break this failure loop. Remember, UPSC is all about strong execution system. It is about inner clarity. Now, I want to reset your mindset, and for that, I have a framework called GAME. What is GAME? GAME is a ritual that every aspirant should do, which I also tell my aspirant, and it is very logical also. So, GAME is about a framework. GAME is first, what do you do first thing that you get up in the morning? The first, you should have a gratitude about what you have in life, about your life, about opportunities, about family, about food to eat, about maybe room to sit and study, about, you know, rather than just looking at what if I don't make it. So gratitude, moment you ground yourself, you know, your brain will shift from anxiety to readiness. You're ready. I thank the Lord or whosoever is your anchor, and tell yourself that, see, I'm ready for this. The second is, say your identity. I'm a serious UPSC aspirant and I'll execute daily. I put my effort daily. And that is what the mind should tell yourself. I'm a serious aspirant who's taken this job, and it's a choice that you have taken. So I will make the best use of the effort. And third is also, think of it. Maybe take 5-10 minutes of meditation, because meditation will calm your thing. If you don't know how to meditate, just sit and breathe. Observe your breathing pattern, your body. Just sit calmly. Try to do that. If your mind is asking a lot of questions, it is heavy, at least observe them. Observe your mind, observe your body, observe your thinking, observe the pattern, observe the negative energy that you have, observe the cloudness in terms of what is going in your head right now, and still the noise. If not possible, just observe the noise and let your mind arrive before the books do. 5 minutes, minutes at max. Today we have guided meditation system on YouTube. You can listen to audio, a video of that, and just listen, follow. And third is, I would say that follow some energy exercise. You can do exercise, you can do something like stretch or walk. Because see, if you feel like you can dance, you just feeling the energy is down, just on the music and start dancing. Your energy state will change and you start to the readiness state, start moving. Okay? Energy enables focus. This is the game strategy. This will take maximum 15-20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can also elongate it. You can exercise for more than maybe 30 minutes also. It is up to you. Take a walk, brisk walking can be done, and do it with a lot of intensity, with a lot of seriousness, with a way to improve your state, because when your state changes, your energy will come back. Okay, this is how the game talks about. Also, let's say there's one more exercise I'll tell student, is the 15 minutes, 45 minutes rule. So what happens in 25 minutes rule? Let's say you get up in the morning and you don't want to do anything. Your energy is down. Okay, you don't want to follow. Okay, you thank Lord, thank you very much, but I still feel down. What do you do here? Because you have to study. Your preparation should move by calendar, not by your emotion. And because see, mind always seeks, comfort. So comfort is where you just sit and wait for things to happen, and that is now it happens, because mind is based on survival approach. Now you have to change all that. So what you will do in 25 minutes is that you just sit on your table, your desk, and pick any subject you feel that you should be doing, where you are more comfortable, and just put a clock or timer of 25 minutes and just one task. Let's say you can revise anything, you can follow PYQs, you can solve something if you want to, you can start the areas where you're more comfortable. And remember, there should be zero distraction. The phone should be silent or switched off, or it should be there in the flight mode, and no tab switching, no execution, and do it for intensively for 25 minutes, because moment you do it, your momentum starts. Your day starts on a positive thing, and your resistance breaks and you start continuing. Because momentum will bring motivation. It is not that motivation will bring momentum, and motivation is a very abstract thing. You can't be motivated every day, because if I have to go to the office, I have to go, even if I don't want to go. You show up. That is the rule. So this is how it is. People believe that motivation will be there. You look for motivation. You go for shorts. You go for reels, and it is like a dopamine effect. One more, and half an hour goes, and then your mind is like, That effect is so huge that you don't want to study because that dopamine is kicking and you need more of it rather than doing something which is boring, because preparation might be boring many a times. Okay, so what do? You will show up every day. Your mood, take care of the mood. Push yourself. Do it when things are very tough. Revise even if does not, even if it feels boring. Revise it. Change your state. Okay, you can experiment here. Give test, because remember your attention will come from giving test, analyzing the score, giving test again. Teaching. Okay, peer learning, very effective. Now this is not the time for peer learning, but that's okay. That doesn't disappear after a bad score. If a bad score come, go into the introspection mode. What happened? Why the score came? Analyze. Go and see the creator error log. Give test. Analyze that. Maybe take 1 hour, 2 hour. Identify what if your source is not ready. What if your revision is weak. What if you make silly mistake. What if conceptual mistakes are there? Because when you create error log, automatically it will happen. I'll show how it happens. Okay. Now sources, I'm not going to repeat, but yes, say let's quickly. New books right now. Standard NCRT. If you have read a book, probably selectively you can follow certain things, but normally no new book. NCRT, standard books, current affair, compiled. If you have a compilation, follow that and revise. You already have revise what you already have done. Then minimum 3 revisions before prelim. This is a basic rule, I will say 3 to 4 revisions. First is understanding, second is consolidation, and third is retention. These are 3 rules that you have to follow. Then the PYQ strategy, last 15 years PYQs, and here also what you do, let's say you start with polity. You covered polity revision, okay, revise 50 PYQs, solve 50 PYQs. Just solve, and then go and check the solution. And the question which you are incorrect, go and read the solution of those questions. Also, questions where you are less comfortable, go and found that as well. Questions you are comfortable, go and see the solution. What if you get extra information? Now you follow this for last 15 years. For history, 30 years PYQ. Okay? Identify the repeating themes, because your mind will rewire that entire thing. Map topics to years. And if you want more, you can come to my inner circle session. I can share the document. I'll share the document also. I'll put a link and I'll put there also. You can follow that. And you can come to my webinar also or my sessions also to understand how the entire thing is working. Okay? So this is the concept of the strategy which I want to share. And test strategy should be, you can give any full test regularly. You can start with the sectional test. Sectional means subject wise. Then you can go with the FLT, full test. We have a Prayas test series. After each test, analyze your mistakes thoroughly, create an error log, spot pattern, and go deep. Deep. Test is not for marks, it is for correction. To understand where you're lagging, how to improve, time management, discipline. Okay? No new books, random PDF from Telegram, avoid it. This is a lot people will do in the end. They're looking for shortcuts. Overthinking and comparison, it will not help. So this is what I want to tell you, that if as a mentor, my objective is to help you. Okay? My objective is to help you. And will you wait for motivation or will you follow the system? Follow game, change your state first, follow that. If you have, make a weekly schedule, that what I'll do for the next 1 week, and then just 3 things in a day. Normally, one's revision, one static areas, one current affair area. Just 3 things. Don't do 5 things, 10 things. And one more thing I will advise, and for God's sake, don't study 4 subjects, 5 subjects a day. Just study 1 or maximum 2 subjects a day. Just 1 or 2. 25 minutes start. Just begin. Momentum will follow. You don't need perfect days. You need consistent days. If you feel low, start. Feel low, 25 minutes rule. Start with a game approach. Okay? If you start daily, you will clear. This is what I have seen that. And remember, more than 13,000 people will clear prelims. So it's a game of final execution system. People who are very strong do. Okay, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you feel that what we are sharing is relevant, come to my webinar. It is being conducted. If you want to know, connect with our team, see the mentorship approach that we have, and believe me, it is going to change the way you study. It's going to change the state you study, because my focus is not on the content and material. My focus is more on the process of strategy and system, because content and content is free, videos are free, Telegram, everything is available, everything is free. At 300 rupees, 500 rupees, you'll get the entire course. But how to study, what to study, where to approach, where to link, that is where you can follow what successful people will have followed. Because the success students, is what I'm going to share the strategy. That is Raghav All India Rank 4, Manish, or previously also students who have cleared the exam. Do connect. Thank you very much. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel.